Alright, this walkthrough guide is going to cover how to get both the Elite achievement and the Grind Star achievement in Solar 2. Both of these are closely related. As you know, or as you might know, the Elite achievement requires that you get 6 stars in the solar system of yours, while the Grind Star achievement actually requires 40, and it's a secret achievement that you can only figure out by actually getting the 40 stars. As you can see, we've already built up to 6 stars, which would unlock the Elite achievement, although I already did it before recording this video. But as you saw in the beginning of the video, this achievement can be unlocked with God options, so can Elite. Both Grind Star and Elite, you can use God options for. And the idea here is the stats that we want to set is that we want to make asteroids spawn when we push down the Z key, which, as you saw when you got options, spawn key and the push down option. Then it changed collision damage to 0, which is very important. This makes it so that when the asteroids run into our stars or our planets, they don't do any damage. That way we can just use them for pure mass absorption and not have to worry about losing any mass in the process. The next step I did was, at first I turned gravity to 0 while my solar system is still small. I do that because it makes it kind of easier to pick up lots of asteroids at once in a single planet. And as you can see, what I'm doing is basically moving all around while holding down the Z key, so there's a constant spew of asteroids spawning in my solar system. I'll switch to the C key when I need new planets, as you just saw, and basically just moving in a path so that the asteroids get caught in the orbits of the planets. And this gets a little more difficult to do as you get larger, because everything will spawn inside of the ring of stars that you have. But with collision damage set to 0, it's makes it that much easier, because you don't have to worry about your stars being destroyed as planets bounce out or asteroids being destroyed. And doing this the normal way would take hours, and this whole video from start to finish took only 16 minutes, and maybe about 17 minutes counting the seconds, but or rounding up anyways. But basically, yeah, so it's a much faster way of doing it. And as you can see, I've kind of sped up part of this video because it's not really necessary that you watch all 16 minutes of me doing this. At this point, you can see I'm changing the gravity factor, because now that the asteroids are no longer spawning already in the orbit paths of the planets that I need to turn into stars, it will help a little bit now to have the asteroids actually attracted to the planets when they escape the inner ring of stars. And as you can see, we've already built up quite a large amount of stars in this solar system. A good idea would also be to save your solar system on your way to this achievement, just in case something drastic happens. Although if you have collision damage set to 0 and all that mess, you should be pretty much have nothing to worry about in that sense. Good idea is just to stay away from nomad ships, because they might try to shoot your planets or solar systems, what have you. But given how many asteroids you're spawning, typically you can just use the asteroids to damage them or destroy them and sweep over with your solar system, and at the same time just use the asteroids as a distraction so that they're shooting the asteroids instead of your planets or anything like that. As you can see, we're starting to near the 40 star point, so I've slowed the video down again. Because especially towards the end is when things get a little bit trickier to do. But yeah, just a constant stream of asteroids. We might have to tone it down a little bit if you're on an older computer, because I noticed my computer definitely slowed down during some parts. And it might just be the game itself, but I could figure that it puts somewhat of a load to have thousands of little objects with their own gravity and paths and so on and so forth, all being calculated. And now we've just hit the Grind Star achievement. That's 40 stars. And decided to push it one extra, so it's now 40. And that's it. You don't even have to turn off the God options for the achievement to unlock.